Hello my friends, it's Ranger Russ from the Meigs Nature Center coming to you today with a very special program. We have guests that will be teaching us about Native American music and dancing. I am very excited to have this program today. These programs are sponsored by the Friends of Hammonasset, so we want to give the Friends of Hammonasset a shout out. If you would like to support or help the Friends of Hammonasset, you can go to friendsofhammonasset.org, and there's a donate button on there. You can donate, you can volunteer time, although not a lot of volunteers are needed right now since the Nature Center is closed and we're getting into the off season. But please be sure to check out the Friends of Hammonasset and see if there's something you can do to help. So today's program, I'm going to introduce Jay, who is going to be doing some flute music for us. And my favorite part is interpreting the flute music. So I'll let Jay introduce himself a little more.
Hello, Kwe, Jay Nawisamo. Well, this is not going to work. Excuse me. Thank you. I'd like to first say thanks to the Meigs Point Nature Center, Ranger, Christina, the Friends of Hammonasset for the invitation to come here. It's a great honor that I was able to be joined with a friend of mine, Nick, and his sister, who will be joining us a little bit later on. I'd also like to acknowledge where we are and the land that we are upon. This is land of the Hammonasset people, the Quinnipiac people, and they are no longer here because of warfare, disease, assimilation. This area here, Hammonasset, was a great meeting point for a lot of the tribes to come together, especially during the summertime, during clam bakes. And those, unfortunately, are not happening, but I would like to acknowledge those people. And all the tribes that are no longer here, the 13 tribes that are no longer here, such as the Tungus, the Wallonk, and so on. I would like to start off with a Thanksgiving address. A Thanksgiving address is something as Indian people we say thanks. Every day, we say thank you. We say thank you for the small things in life that we often forget. We say thanks for the sun that warms our backs, and the sun that grows our corn, our food, the trees that provide us shelter, the water that quenches our thirst. All these things, these are gifts from the Creator, and we often forget. So as Indian people, we say thank you. We say thank you every day for these things. I would like to say that in the original language, the indigenous language of this area, the Quinnipiac, the Mohegan and Pequot language. Mantu, mantu, mashakit mantu. Katapatamai monsomi wami misaya. Katapatamai monsomi yaki, dontai napelya, kamiman nachakina. Tabatni yawat gun ko yasimat, somanaya wampanam, quantanam, nanmal. Tabatni rion kwa akash. Discuss Napi Yayo. Thank you. I do have CDs available for sale. No, just kidding. They say the flutes, this is a flute that was given to me by one of the Mohegan elders who's since passed on. It means a lot to me. He taught me a lot, not only about the flute, but he was a special friend of mine. Also, Kenny Merrick Jr., a good friend of mine who also passed on, taught me about the flute. They say the flute is a way the trees speak to us. And as indigenous people, we learn from the land. We listen to the land. We listen to what the animals have to say. They teach us how to become good human beings. As Indian people, we are a part of the land, and the land is a part of us. It is I, and I am it. When we are born, we come from the land. And when we grow, we eat from the land, and we learn from the land. And when we pass, we go back to the land. So it's very important to take care of the land, to honor the land, to respect the land. The indigenous language that I just spoke came from the land. They say that the land has a vibration, and when creation was created, the Creator gave us that vibration, and it came through us, and it came out of our mouths as the indigenous language, our language. So as we pray in our language, as we speak our language, as we sing in our language, we are connecting to the earth. We are connecting back to the land. We are not only a part of it. We have a relationship with the land. We have a relationship with the earth. As we take care of Mother Earth, it takes care of us. That relationship continues throughout life, and it's our responsibility to share it with others and to share it with the next generation that is not yet born. So this earth was given to us. It was taken care of for us by our ancestors, and we are the ancestors of the ones that are not yet born, and it is our responsibility to take care of it for those people. I think that as we go through the program, we'll talk more about this. I'd like to introduce Nick and his sister, if we could get them online. And I think they're going to introduce us to some song and dance. We have many songs, many dances that we do throughout the year. We have ceremonial dances, we have social dances, and one of the dances and songs that Nick will be starting off with comes from powwow, and I believe he's going to be introducing a jingle dance. And the jingle dance has a lot of meaning to it, and it's a dance that you can see during the summertime at the powwows. It's open to the public. Nick on.
Is he coming on?
Yep. I thought.
A lot of the social songs that we also sing, passed down from generation to generation. We have alligator songs that obviously there's no alligators in Connecticut, but they would come up and down the East Coast from the Seminole people, from the people down south, and we share these all throughout the social time of year, and that's how we communicate. We share our songs, we share our dances, and we forge friendships. We still do that today. This is a time of year, especially now, the fall, and going into the winter, that we often congregate, we communicate with each other. I met my wife at a social, and we forge friendships, and we come together to celebrate births, and we come together to honor those people that have passed away. So there are certain songs for all these celebrations.
We're not getting a good connection with Nick.
Nick, maybe you could. Nick is at home right now, and he's in quarantine. So we're trying to reach out to him. Maybe Nick could get closer to the modem or the router.
Yeah.
Get a better connection.
He's not even getting the little camera showing up on his thing. We'll give him a minute.
All right, Nick, hang in there. Maybe switch cameras again or switch phones.
We've got a hello from one of the Narragansett tribal elders. Penny Wise Mashad. I don't know if you know her.
Quinny,
Thank you for this. Thank you for doing this program.
So while we wait for Nick, I would like, maybe I'll sing an honor song, a veteran song, a warrior song for a friend of Nick's and my nephew, Gary. He actually has come to the festival here before and performed, and he is going off to the Air Force, and he will be, I think he's there now in Texas at boot camp. But our warriors are not only the men and women, but they also, in recent times, have been the elders and the children that have stood up for our rights, our inherent right as indigenous people to survive, fighting for our survival, fighting for and defending the land. And so those songs are also for the women and the children and the elders. This song is a veteran song that was written by a friend of mine, Tyson Merrick, and we worked on getting it translated into Mohegan and Pequot, and we were able to do that. And the words talk about the warrior returning back, carrying the eagle staff high upon the hill. Scattercook Indian from Connecticut, Ojibwe, and we wish him well. We send all our blessings and prayers to him.
It's Nick.
Nick, you're there.
Akwe, hello.
Akwe, why don't you introduce yourself, introduce your sister, and maybe you could introduce the song, the jingle.
My name is Nicholas Bailey. I'm from the Mohegan tribe, Mohegan singer. I wrote a jingle song that my sister will be dancing to for this program. And this is my sister.
Hi, my name is Jeanette.
You got it.
So, Jingle is a film song It it originated from
A giveaway.
a giveaway tribe. Um, his grandfather's granddaughter was really sick, and he had a dream that if he made the jingle dress and had her dance it, that she would get better. So he tried it, and day by day, she started healing and getting better. And at the last day, she was dancing and she was strong and healthy.
So, you want us to just start off?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice job, guys.
Thank you. The top has come to mouth.
Good, that was good. So I would like, before you go into your next song, Nick, the round dance,
Mhm.
I just wanted to say a few words. So the jingle dress, like that was just explained, was also recently the Native community got together again because it is a healing song. It is a healing dance. And the Native community got together back in March and April. All different communities, all different women from different tribes started to dance that for this pandemic, the coronavirus, and to heal and send blessings out to everybody for that are feeling sick. I've heard stories that the jingle dress dance came around when the Spanish flu was happening, and the origins may have come from that time period. So it is a very important dance, very healing dance. It is a dance that we do in public. Again, we do dances throughout the year for different ceremonies, different Thanksgivings. We just finished up a cranberry Thanksgiving. We have Thanksgivings every month, and we have these dances and we have these songs for specific events. We have Thanksgivings when the hot sun is on our backs. We know it's that time to dig clams. We have Thanksgivings when we see the geese return, and we know that it's time to tap the maple trees and have that syrup come running down. So this time of year, like I said, we have different times when we get together, especially midwinter celebrations that are coming up. We get together in the Longhouse, we get together and sing, we get together and we tell stories during the winter time and during the end of fall. One story I'd like to share before we go into a round dance and the explanation of a round dance is a story that comes from here, a story about baskets. And this basket here is a Mohegan basket. And this basket here is a Pequot basket. And this basket here is what I made. But this story comes from the Mohegan, the Pequot, and the Nahantic people from Connecticut. And this story takes place during a time when it was the mid-19th century, about the 1840s, 1850s, 1860s. And Indian women would make these baskets, and they would sell these baskets in town. They would walk for example, to London, Connecticut, and sell these baskets. They would have all these baskets strapped onto their backs, different size baskets, baskets that were used to collect cranberries. Some baskets were used as offerings. Some baskets were used to collect corn. Some baskets were used to collect potatoes. So all different size baskets. And these women would carry these baskets upon their shoulders and their backs and walk into town. And this took place during the wintertime, this story. And it was very, very cold. And this old Indian woman, she walked this path that she had known, this old Indian path into town. And she was getting very tired and very thirsty. And she knew of a stream that was coming up, so she stopped at the stream. And she cupped her hands together, and she knelt down, and she gathered some water, and slurped some water. Said thank you. It didn't quench her thirst, so she continued on into town, and she came across a farmer, and that farmer was pressing apples. That farmer was making apple cider, and that Indian woman knew this. And she asked that farmer, "May I have some apple cider?" And the farmer didn't want to give that old Indian woman any apple cider, but he didn't want to be known as a bad neighbor. So he told her, "I'll give you as much apple cider as you can fit in your basket." And as you can see on the bottom of that basket, there are spaces in between the splints. So obviously that farmer was not being very nice. Now that old Indian woman, she could have called him a few bad names. "You son of a..." But she didn't. She could have kicked him in the rear, but she didn't do that. She could have said, "I'm going to come back with my grandchildren, and we're going to burn down your farm." But she didn't do that either. She wanted to teach this farmer a lesson. So she went back to that stream. Remember, it was a very cold, cold day. And she didn't go to school, but she knew the physics of science. And she dipped that basket into the water and held it up to the cold air. And she dipped that basket into the water and she held it up to the cold air. And she did this over and over again. And do you know what happened? Well, a sheet of ice formed on the bottom of that basket. And she was able to go back to the farmer, and the farmer had to give her some apple cider. We tell this story for two reasons. Because there's always, when somebody's being mean to you, there's always a better solution than being violent or being. You just have to think about what that solution is. And the second reason we tell this story is because this old Indian woman didn't go to school, but she knew the ways of the world. She lived many experiences. She learned and made mistakes and learned from them. And she knew right from wrong, and she knew all these things, and because of her age. So we tell the story to remind us that we need to listen and we need to respect our elders because they have wisdom that we have not learned yet. And those elders today may be your parents, they may be your teachers. So it's very important to listen to them, you know, and stop talking all the time. That's why we tell these stories. We tell all these different types of stories throughout the winter, throughout these social gatherings that we have, and some of these round dances. Round dance is a time when we get together to celebrate for many different reasons. And round dances consist of songs that are sung on hand drums. And I believe Nick actually wrote a song on a hand drum that he's going to perform for us today. Is that right, Nick?
What was that? Sorry.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Round dance.
Thank you.
Where did that song come from, Nick?
That round dance was actually written by Tyson Merritt.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Good one. Old song.
So I think we have a couple questions.
Yes.
I think one of the questions was, you know, you mentioned yourself that you're from Mohegan, Nick, and your father was, where is he from again?
Maori, New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. I can't really hear you, I'm sorry.
You can't?
Plus, I'm deaf.
My father is Maori from New Zealand, but he moved to America when he was 5. I don't remember what year it was. I don't remember, but yeah. So Mohegan.
Okay.
My mother's Mohegan and my father's Maori.
So I think one of the questions also was, you know, my background, my identity, I guess, was I'm indigenous from Colombia in South America, and I was adopted and brought to the United States. I was raised in a white Jewish loving family, so I speak Yiddish and Hebrew. My yarmulke matches my Native American regalia. But I grew up in Connecticut, on the other side of Connecticut, and spent a lot of time with indigenous peoples from all across the country, and worked with the Sioux and the Cree people, the Mohawk, and did a lot of work with land rights and water rights, sovereignty issues. And then, you know, living in New England, just adopted and I was married into the Pequot tribe and family. And, you know, all the things that come with that, the Narragansett, the Wampanoags, and the Penobscots, Passamaquoddies, and Micmacs, and all them and their culture and their ways and their language. So being a part of that family. And I also work at Mohegan. I've worked at Mohegan for 21 years in the cultural department and archaeology department. So I'm a bit confused, I guess. Sometimes when I pray in Hebrew. I don't know. But some of the other questions?
Yeah, so first of all, you're getting lots of positive feedback. Thanks for your programs. Somebody was just dancing to Nick's song. And lots of comments and questions about Nina's dress, how beautiful it is, asking about how heavy it is, exactly what are the jingles on it. So I don't know if she has anything more to say about her dress, and also asking how long Nick and Nina have been performing together.
What was that question?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. A lot of people were asking about your dress, Nina, how beautiful it is, wondering how heavy it is, talking about what the jingles are on it, also asking how long you guys have been performing together. And also, I should add, it seems like there's a lot of fellow Indigenous people watching the program who are truly grateful for your performances. They're missing powwows, and they're just really happy to be able to see this. So thank you guys.
Of course.
Of course.
So typically it takes like about a year to make the jingle dress back then. So there's 365 jingles on the dress representing each day and each prayer. It adds a few pounds. It's not like super heavy, but
It can get heavy.
yeah, it can get heavy, especially when you're like dancing for a while.
And for shows, we as a family, because we have more siblings, we've been performing for a few years now. Because I, as a singer, I got involved at I would have to say 7 or 8 years old. I wasn't really into singing as much as I am now. I sing every day now. And as my sister, I think you started dancing.
I don't remember how old I was, but I do remember my first dance teacher was Jay.
Jay. Jay Levy was also my first dance teacher too. But so.
Very good. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I hope we answered that question.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
There was a question from earlier, which is kind of unrelated, but somebody was wondering if there are any pre-written books about stories about Indigenous people.
Yeah, good question. I have been working with a bunch of groups to put together resources for educators, and we've compiled a big list for that, and with videos and different educational tools. Maybe I could forward that to you guys and have a link or something?
Yes.
Okay. I have that. And those are related topics to, you know, Thanksgiving and Columbus Day or un-Columbus Day or whatever. I'll forward those to you and have links for that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all I have here.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions out there? No, we are missing powwow too. You know, we've gotten all together online. A friend of ours has put together a Facebook page, and you guys are welcome to look it up and like it, follow it. It's called Social Distance Powwow, and a lot of people have. There's people from all over the country singing, dancing, sharing a little bit about their culture, and that's another link maybe I could provide to you guys.
Any resources you
Okay, yeah, and you know, through this pandemic, we're all doing what we can as far as sending out prayers and blessings to each other, and songs, and writing some new songs for healing. There's one song I would like to do. It's a water song, and it's a song that comes from the women up in Akwesasne in Mohawk territory. And since we're here at Hammonasset on the beach, this song talks about the love of the water. It says thank you to the water. From all different types of water, from the water on the lakes, stream waters, ocean waters. The water comes from the faucet, the water that comes from the sky and comes down as rain. This song is about all those different forms of water. I have my rattle here, but I think it's a little too loud. This rattle is made of dew claws. Or deer toenails, but it's really loud. So I'm going to try to keep it low when I sing this water song. You wanna lumpa honega, you wanna lumpa honega, kanega no kanega no kanawaya you wanna lumpa honega, you wanna lumpa honega, kanega no kanega no kanawaya Thank you.
I have a couple more questions.
More questions, all right. Okay, yeah.
I don't know, there's total fascination about the jingle dress. We want more details about what the jingles are made of. I don't know if we missed that before. And also, someone's asking about descriptions on your medallions. I'm assuming it's Nick and Nina.
So the jingles are made out of bullet shells.
Bullet. And the medallion is inscriptions.
And so the jingles are made out of bullets, right?
Yes, bullet shells.
Bullet shells. Our medallions are these are beaded medallions. These were Lip Gibson Tatanka. These were given to us actually by one of our cousins, um, Lip Gibson. I'm pretty sure Jay knows who that is. Tatanka, also known as Tatanka. And I I like this one most because it has clouds on it. But I don't know if there's a meaning behind these, to be honest with you. But they the sun and the moon, I guess. I'm not quite sure if there is a meaning with these. I think they were just a design that someone made for fun. But they are beautiful.
Thank you. Also, somebody is asking if there are translations available of the songs.
For the songs I sing today, it was just straight, what we would call straight songs, where we don't have language in them. But the first song I sung was the Jangle song, and the second song I sung, the Round Dance, that was written by Tyson Merrick. If I remember correctly, that song was written. Uh, I can't remember. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was written for one of his nephews or something like that. Tyson Merrick, that other round song. But
A lot of songs also have what they're called vocables. So they aren't words, they're sounds.
right,
Kind of like fa la la. We put
right,
fa
right.
la la together. Fa la 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 la. Except we have hoes and hays and yays and yos.
And O's and
So a
I's.
lot of the songs have vocables, but a lot of the songs also have our indigenous language in them,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they even have English words as well. And you know, the ones that have our language in them just means all the more. You know, a lot of those are also ceremonial songs, and we sing a lot of songs that are from different tribes and their languages. And you know, we all share those songs together.
Right.
Are we finished? Are you guys done? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, Nick, did you have another song you wanted to share?
Yeah, I can sing a song with language if you'd like.
Say that again.
I can sing a song with language if you'd like.
Yeah. How about you sing a song with English
English?
for our English folks out there? Yeah.
A round dance. As I said it, walking alone. Hey, oh, hey, hey, watching the movies of you and me while you're out there running around me. Yeah, yeah. As I sit here, drowning in my own tears again, wishing you were still in love with me. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
Nice.
That was great.
That was great, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so a lot of the songs, you know, are in different languages. One thing I did want to say is, you know, there was a time in Connecticut when we couldn't speak our own language. We couldn't speak our own indigenous language. We couldn't sing. We couldn't dance because it was illegal for Pequots to do that. It was illegal for a lot of the Indian people here to do that. And so for us to speak our language and sing our songs and sing our dance and dance, be able to dance, is such an honor for me, because at one time our ancestors were not able to do that. They were punished for that. So I try to speak the language, I try to sing the language as much as I can. You know, at homes in Connecticut and throughout the states and even in the world, we all speak different languages. We, you know, we speak Portuguese at home, we speak Spanish, we speak English. We have all the indigenous languages of the United States that we speak at home. But a smile is understood in any language. And I think that we need to smile more often and be kind to each other, and we could get through this, this time in our lives. I think that's very important. And, you know, the only enemies that we have are hunger and disease and poverty. And they aren't each other. Those are our only enemies. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to say how much I appreciated this.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, I think that this is something that I would like to do again sometime, and hopefully next time is without social distancing and masks, and you guys can actually be here.
Yes.
I look forward to that day. We did get comments about, at least one, about this is good for the soul, and you can definitely feel that. There are tons of hearts and thumbs up, so thank you to everyone for your reactions and comments, and we really appreciate the education that goes along with it. You explained everything so well, I didn't really have any questions. I didn't have any questions to ask, so I really appreciate that. And again, we want to give a shout out to the Friends of Hammonasset. They have been sponsoring and supporting the Nature Center and all the programs that we've been doing, so we're able to continue that as we go forward, thanks to the Friends, even though currently we are closed. I want to remind everyone, this program will be on YouTube and Facebook, so you can go to the Meigs Point Nature Center YouTube channel and see it. We'll put the links on YouTube and on our Facebook page, or no, website will have the links. MeigsPointNatureCenter.org is a virtual learning center. You'll get to see all the additional links that we can put up there. And I continue to do Facebook Live programs Tuesday through Friday at 11, so you can tune in anytime to see those. And I'm going to ask everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've been pushing for months now to try and get 1,000 subscribers so I can do programs like this on YouTube Live and not have to carry my computer around with me. But I really want to say thank you to you guys today. I thought this was a fantastic program, lots of fun and education. And unless we have anything else, we're gonna tune off for now. Thank you, Nick. I really appreciate we had a good connection, so that was great. All right, we will see everyone next time. Until then, this is Ranger Russ signing off from the Meigs Point Nature Center.